Stephen Kotler, Stealing Fire, How Silicon Valley, the Navy SEALs, and Maverick scientists are revolutionizing the way we live and work. In Stealing Fire, authors Stephen Kotler and Jamie Wheal explore the human quest for non-ordinary states of consciousness, delving into the various ways people strive for ecstasis to improve their performance. Through carefully researched accounts, the book highlights how the military, athletes, and entrepreneurs have experimented with various tools and techniques, such as meditation, psychedelics, and technology, to alter their sense of reality. This introduction to the altered states economy presents a fascinating look at the pursuit of heightened states, their impact on our lives, and the potential benefits and dangers associated with them.
The Altered States Economy. Over 2,000 years ago, a Greek politician and general served a mind-altering drink called kykeon at his wild party, which was usually reserved for an exclusive ritual. Alcibiades' fate didn't deter people from seeking out ways to alter their consciousness. People across different domains seek improved performance by changing their sense of reality and achieving some form of ecstasis. The authors met with military personnel, elite athletes, tech entrepreneurs, and healthcare providers, showing how people try to get out of their heads. The altered states economy, worth $4 trillion annually, comprises legal substances, illicit drugs, pharmaceuticals, video games, and social media, among others. However, we still don't understand the mechanics of ecstasis, and we continue in the quest for altered states of consciousness that is thousands of years old. SEAL Team 6 and the Power of the Collective Mind. The success of a SEAL Team 6 mission in capturing an Al-Qaeda operative was not only due to their physical abilities but also their collective decision-making. Training the ability to merge one's thinking with the group's is essential but expensive. The Mind Gym, a new facility at the SEALs Training Center in Virginia, attempts to develop this ability through the use of cutting-edge body-brain performance devices such as EEG monitors, cardiac coherence devices, and sensory deprivation tanks. The goal is to accelerate the shift from individual flow to group flow. Alleviating PTSD with ecstatic treatments. The Navy SEALs' experience with non-ordinary states inspired psychologists to explore various treatments for PTSD. MDMA, surfing, and meditation have shown promising results in treating PTSD symptoms. Post-traumatic stress disorder is a debilitating condition that has affected millions of people in the U.S., resulting from traumatic events such as war, child abuse, and sexual assault. Limited medications like Zoloft and Prozac have been approved for its treatment but require weeks or months to take effect. However, unconventional treatments have emerged, yielding positive results. Ecstasis research has identified four main forces: psychology, neurobiology, pharmacology, and technology. In the psychology field, the combined use of talk therapy in surfing, tested by occupational therapist Carly Rogers at Marine Corps Base Camp Pendleton, showed significant improvement in mental health for Iraq War veterans. Additionally, MDMA therapy, once used only in club culture, has shown promise in treating PTSD. A controlled study showed that a single dose of MDMA could eliminate PTSD symptoms, and its effect persisted for years. Moreover, the U.S. government approved studies exploring the use of MDMA in treating anxiety and depression. Meditation is another promising therapy that has immediate accessibility to everyone. In a U.S. military study on individuals with PTSD, daily meditation for a month enabled 84% of participants to reduce or stop taking antidepressants, whereas the control group's symptoms worsened by 20%. While these treatments provide hope for PTSD sufferers, MDMA and surfing have associated risks, and their availability is limited. In contrast, meditation's limitless accessibility makes it a potential solution for countless people experiencing mental health issues. AI technology and the human-mind-body relationship. The relationship between our mental state and physical experiences is more complex than we thought. Our emotions originate not just in the brain but also in the heart, stomach, and intestines. Different mental states produce measurable responses in our bodies, which can be detected by AI technology and used to predict success in teamwork and reduce suicide rates. The article cites two examples where biometric data was collected to predict which U.S. Navy submariners would perform well and which patients were at risk for depression, anxiety, and PTSD. AI therapists like Ellie have been created to provide a non-judgmental space and help patients share more personal information than they would feel comfortable sharing with traditional human therapists. The ultimate goal is to make AI therapy technology accessible to anyone with a laptop and internet connection. Getting high to get ahead. The use of mind-altering substances, including psychedelics, has long been connected to achieving an elevated state of consciousness. This state, known as ecstasis, can be facilitated by the use of certain drugs. Researchers have discovered that when in an altered state, individuals experience transient hypofrontality, a process that quiets parts of the brain responsible for everyday thought and activates networks that generate creative solutions to problems. Animal studies suggest that intoxicating substances can help break repetitive behavior cycles. For humans, this means hallucinations or drunkenness can potentially improve lateral thinking skills. This realization has led to a surge of research into the effects of psychedelic drugs like LSD and psilocybin. Psychopharmacologist Robin Carhart Harris has been using functional magnetic resonance imaging to study the effects of psilocybin on the brain, and the results have revealed new insights into the experience. Demystifying Ecstasis. The book explores how technology is making ecstasis accessible to everyone without risks or commitments. It tells the stories of Alan Metni and Mikey Siegel who sought to experience ecstasis, the feeling of intense joy and excitement, and how they leveraged their expertise to create safe and instant gratification platforms for everyone. Alan Metni, an ex-lawyer who preferred jumping out of airplanes, created IFLI, an indoor flying experience that provides the same rush but with none of the fatalities. Through large fans and wind tunnels, he enabled flying teams to spend hours practicing their group flow while flipping the switch from individual to group consciousness. Mikey Siegel, on the other hand, left his dream job to embark on an unsuccessful adventure through India and South America in search of the ecstatic feeling. However, he founded his company, Consciousness Hacking, where he experimented with different wearable biofeedback devices to create a shortcut to that same altered state. These inventors and innovators have crafted ways to bring the excitement and joy of ecstasis to a wider audience via technology. They are demystifying the word ecstasis and making it accessible to everyone. Using their experiences, Metni and Siegel's solutions help people to access the feeling of ecstasis without having to endure the challenges associated with extreme experiences such as skydiving, meditative practices, or even drug-induced trips. Thus, by democratizing access to the fourth force of ecstasis through technology, Metni and Siegel have provided people with safer and easier ways to access the feeling of intense joy. Now anyone can experience the thrill of the jump without taking on the usual risks, commitments, or inconveniences associated with experiencing ecstasis. Burning Man and Spontaneous Collaborations. Burning Man, an annual gathering of unconventional thinkers and innovators in Nevada's Black Rock Desert, offers a unique opportunity for people to collaborate, even long after the festival is over. Amidst the festivities and consciousness-altering exhibits, participants in non-ordinary states form connections and spur spontaneous collaborations. One such collaboration emerged in 2005 when high-ranking Pentagon officials and hackers at Burning Man used a recon satellite to track Hurricane Katrina in real time. Feeling helpless, they collected relief donations from fellow festival-goers and founded Burners Without Borders, which has since supported multiple relief efforts. In 2011, MIT scientists and data visualization expert, Dr. Dave Warner, took Burning Man's principles to Afghanistan and established the Burner Bar, where they gathered information from locals in exchange for drinks. The terabytes of unclassified data collected were used by the UN, Afghan officials, and the Pentagon. Burning Man's radical inclusion and collaboration efforts have proven to be powerful tools in overcoming pressing problems. The Path to Ecstasis. The book introduces readers to some adopted tools and techniques that help individuals access altered mind states without the risks associated with traditional means like sex, drugs, and extreme sports. The 5-step guide to the hedonic calendaring system is a practical resource for exploring non-ordinary states via activities that take individuals out of their own heads. This also helps to avoid becoming addicted to the altered state neurochemistry and instead harness and enjoy the benefits of the state.
Throughout human history, individuals have sought to push the limits of their consciousness and reach non-ordinary states of mind, known as ecstasis. Stealing Fire examines the modern pursuit of this elusive state through psychology, neurobiology, pharmacology, and technology. From Navy SEAL Team 6's use of cutting-edge body-brain performance devices to the potential therapeutic benefits of MDMA and surf therapy for PTSD sufferers, as well as increasingly accessible technological tools such as wearable biofeedback devices, the book sketches a comprehensive map of the various avenues through which ecstasis can be experienced. Along with the potential benefits, the authors also caution against becoming a bliss junkie, and remind us that this intriguing journey must be undertaken with responsibility, mindfulness, and always with an open mind.